Oh yeah? I was quick left turn. I was flying here, right? Came from Sacramento on the flight to Vegas, and I met a young man. I saw he had the fast backpack. So I introduced myself. His name was Cole. I remembered it because I was like, oh, like J. Cole, the rapper. So I said, Cole. He was Cole. He's from Corona, California, Southern California. He just a good guy. I hope I see him later. He just graduated young. He just graduated from UC Riverside. He was an engineer in college, and he came to FAST because they came on campus and they recruited him. And I said, so what's going on? What's going on in life? He said, man, this remote thing, man, it was tough on me. I was like, say more. He's like, man, I'm so excited to be here because the remote work was kind of like, they said don't go outside, so I was kind of inside, and then I realized that I became really I wasn't as social as I wanted to be. So he was telling me, he said, I'm so excited about coming to this event because I want to meet people and engage with people. And he said something that was interesting because it was literally something that I write about and talk about with young people. And he said, I just want to make sure that I step outside of my comfort zone. And I'm listening, I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. He's testing, he's pushing himself in the way that he should. And I was listening, and then it's so funny because then later we're talking and we're taking the shuttle from, you guys take the shuttle from the airport here. And it's like a, 5-6 minute, right, really quick. So Cole is telling me about, where he's from and how excited he is to be here. And in front of us, there's a family. And it's the dad, I hope I see him, the dad, the mom, 2 kids. And I'll tell you this is hilarious. It's like 6 minutes, the ride's 6 minutes, and the mom is sitting next to the son. You guys can't see me, but the son is like this for 6 minutes. He's sitting there, and I'm talking to Cole like this. I'm right behind him. By the end of the ride, 6 minutes in, the young man, about 5 years old, somehow, his feet are up the seat. He's under, and his feet are here. His backpack is on inside out. It started on this side. His backpack is now on his back outwards, and his feet are flailing. And the mom just turns and says, while we get off, she said, I'm so sorry. Just give us a moment. And it clicked to me. I said, man, that's amazing. I just met a young man, 22, getting out of college, who has a unique experience about what he wants to do in the world. And here I'm seeing a mom who's coming to the same company, the same organization, who has a completely different experience, a completely different perspective. But guess what's amazing? Everybody say authenticity. Guess what's amazing about those 2 experiences that I saw in my own experience? I said, I hope that both of them bring their true, authentic, real experiences to the work and in the rooms that they show up in, because they're both valuable. That's a mom that was putting on display the most incredible patience I've ever seen in my life. She didn't even reach for his feet. I was like, she was like, he just, sorry about this. He'll be back up, right? And then Cole is telling me all these things about what it's like to be one of the things he told me, right? Like graduating in a pandemic. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine. I graduated in 2013. I couldn't imagine that moment being taken away from me. So there's huge experiences that are both, right, polar opposites. You guys following me with this? They're polar opposite experiences. Just as far as you can imagine. But the thing that clicked in my head, I said, both of these individuals have something unique and valuable to give in the rooms that they show up in. Like both of these individuals are still empowered in their own experience, because you can learn a lot from an individual who's gone through a pandemic and graduated. I've never done that in my life. You can learn a lot from a mother with a child and another child and another child who wants to stand on his head in the middle of a bus. You can learn a lot about patience. I don't know, I was reaching for his feet. I was like, what is he doing? And her face was just like, How many of you think in your own work, in your walk of life, the idea and the concept of patience would be powerful applied in your work? Can I get it? Let me see if that makes, How many of you think that being able to be proactive in learning that even if you might be socially uncomfortable, making the stance to say, I'm going to step out of my social comfort zone and making that a goal for yourself is something that would be empowering in the work that you do right now? How many of you believe that it's possible that even though Cole and the mother, I did not get her name, have polar opposite experiences, there is something incredibly and uniquely valuable that they can both bring to the table in every room that they walk in? With a show of hands. Remember this thing? Elbow lock. Elbow to lock. So at the same time, I'm going to ask another question. I don't have the answer, but hopefully this is a template for you to think about. In what ways, as we leave this room, in what ways, as we enjoy this amazing weekend, are there opportunities for you to pull from very unique experiences that you have that maybe at times you thought, I'm going to hide that. I'm not going to bring that piece. That's not a part of who I am. I'm this, I'm the greatest, I'm this, these are my strengths, but don't see this part. What if there was power in vulnerability? What if vulnerability became our power? What if our ability to share our story in unique and valuable ways actually allows us to make connections that are engaging, that turn this room from 50 individuals to now a community who all can say, you know what, I see you in your strength and I see you in your weaknesses. I understand that our vulnerability is power, so I'm not just going to be in a room and say, you know what, I think the person that loves to speak out loud should speak. Oh, I heard something on that one, right? I'm not just going to say, you know what, I'm not used to hearing my voice out loud, so I know I have good ideas, but maybe I won't speak up this time. Can I get some snaps? Can anybody relate? Okay. Don't get quiet on me. You guys, are you seeing where I'm coming from? Yeah? If you hear where I'm coming from, say yeah. If you hear where I'm coming from, say, oh yeah. The whole point of this entire conversation that I wanted to point towards was this idea of inform the mind, inspire the heart, and lead where you stand. Lead where you stand simply means one thing. If you're like, what did Isaac say? Like, what is he talking about? It's one thing. I'm saying each and every one of you, without the title, without the seniority, without whatever you do, you lead right now. You lead by your actions. I believe personally that leadership is not a title. Leadership is the actions. Leadership is the way in which we walk into the room. Leadership is how we engage, right? Leadership is being able to say hi first. Oh, I'm going to say that again. Leadership is being able to say hi first in very awkward and difficult situations. Oh, I'll say it again. I like that. Leadership is being able to say hi first in very awkward and difficult situations. Yeah, I got to sneeze for that one. That's what I'm talking about. If you feel me, say yeah. If you feel me, say, oh yeah.